Here is another method for factorising quadratics, and to start off with this one here, we're going to just write underneath ax squared plus bx plus c. So in this case here, a is 6, b is 10 and c is -4. And we require the product of a and c. So ac is just 6 multiplied by -4, which is -24. And also that b is equal to 10. I'll just put plus there as a reminder for later. Now to start off then, as usual, we're going to need our double brackets, but for this particular method, we're going to put in front of these brackets 1 divided by 6, so 6, which is the a in this case. And then inside the brackets, inside both of them, we're going to put 6x and 6x. To determine what numbers go in the brackets with the 6x, we need to have two numbers that multiply to make -24 and the same two numbers that are going to add to make +10. And for this, just try different numbers in your head. So if you had 1 multiplied by -24, those two added together are not going to make 10. And so go through a list like that until you come across two numbers, so 2 and 12, 2 and 12. Now, 2 and 12 to make 10 is going to have to be a -2. So -2 plus 12 equals 10. There we go. And so that can be put in the brackets. Doesn't matter which way around they go in the brackets, so let's just do 6x minus 2 and 6x plus 12. And the only thing left to do now is to look at either bracket and see, is there either of those brackets where both the terms can be divided by 6, which is why we've got the 1/6 multiplying these brackets. And as we can see, we've got the second bracket here where both 6x and 12 can be divided by our 6. So that means that we're left with 6x minus 2, that first bracket leave untouched, and the second bracket, well, 6x divided by 6 is just x, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. So there we go, we have factorised into the two brackets. And if you want to double check that you've got it correct, you can expand the brackets. So 6x multiplied by x is 6x squared, multiplied by 2 is plus 12x, -2 multiplied by x minus 2x, -2 multiplied by 2 minus 4, and collect together the like terms, so I end up with 6x squared plus 10x minus 4. And so this can be applied to these types of quadratics, in fact any type of quadratic. Let's have a look at another one using exactly the same method. So for this one we have 2x squared minus x minus 21. And for this, so we've got our ax squared plus bx plus c. So ac, that's 2 multiplied by -21 is -42. And our b equals -1. So the brackets then start off with the 1/2. First bracket, 2x, leave a gap, second bracket 2x, leave a gap. And so again, we need two numbers that multiply to make negative 42, and the same two numbers that add to make negative 1. And 42 is 6 multiplied by 7, so we're going to have 6 and 7, 6 and 7. Now, we can see here to make negative 1, that's going to have to be negative 7, because 6 plus minus 7 is the negative 1. So we can then put the 6 and negative 7 into the brackets. So we've got 2x plus 6, 2x minus 7. And now let's have a look at the brackets. Can either of those brackets have both the terms divided by 2? Yes, we can see that the first bracket, the 2x can be divided by 2 and the 6 can. So let's rewrite it then. So we have x plus 3, and in the second bracket is the same 2x minus 7. And as usual, you can just double check that indeed that is correct. So x multiplied by 2x, 2x squared, x multiplied by minus 7 is minus 7x, 3 multiplied by 2x plus 6x, and 3 multiplied by negative 7 is negative 21. Collect together the like terms, so you end up with 2x squared minus x minus 21, the same as what we started with, so that means that those two double brackets are indeed the correct factorisation of 2x squared minus x minus 21. So if you understand all of that, you can stop right there. The last thing that I'm going to do is just to put together the algebraic form of this. So, if we have ax squared plus bx plus c, then we're going to have 1 over a, because that is our coefficient of x squared. And then in the first bracket, we've got ax, and exactly the same in the second bracket, ax. And then we're looking for two numbers that multiply to make a multiply by c, and then the same two numbers that will then equal b. And then we'll have that whatever number we get, we then put into the brackets. And once you've done that, you can then inspect one of the brackets to see which can be divided by the a. And that is it.